Alrighty, and for this video we're going to be talking about our cover elements. If we're talking about wilderness survival, survival in the woods, survival in general, there's two things that cannot be overemphasized. Number one, being able to get a good night's sleep or a decent night's sleep and keeping yourself hydrated. I live in North Florida, yet rarely gets cold enough by itself to really need a lot of cover elements. But we also have to contend with wet weather. And we're, quite frankly, in the middle of hurricane season. So the first element here, this is just a Walmart hiker's tarp. It's 5x7. And we can use this to construct a shelter above us. Every cover kit should have something to sleep on, something to sleep under, and something to keep the elements off of you. Again, I'm not necessarily worried about getting super cold here. We do have some days when it's freezing, some nights when it's freezing, but they're rare. Main thing is staying dry. You got an emergency poncho here. This kit's also being put together from being cost effective, and I've probably got maybe $25 to $30 in this whole thing. Paracord. We use this to stake out the corners of our tarp and to run a ridge line depending on how we want to set it up, and we've got some metal stakes. These stakes are small. Yes, you could carve stakes, but if you've got to get a shelter up in just a few minutes, well, we don't want to spend all day carving stakes. Have a emergency bivvy, and we can use this either as a standalone item, or we can use it in conjunction with a sleeping bag liner, or we can use them on their own, either one of them. The sleeping bag liner is made of a really thin material. It's designed to go inside a sleeping bag where it saves it from getting dirty. And you can put sleeping bag liner in the emergency bivvy, and it gives you a little bit of insulation, not much, but it may also help wick some of the moisture away from you. And then we have an emergency blanket. Now this you can wrap up in. This one's for two people, so it's big because I'm a big guy. Or you can simply put it on the ground and use it as a moisture barrier and to keep the ground from sucking your body heat out of you. Incidentally, the emergency bivvy also has a little whistle here, and it works halfway decent. But this little kit here, you put it together, and takes up very little space. Easily can fit in a day pack and not take up much room. You could probably put it in a fanny pack if you had a big one, and have you pretty well assured, if you've got to stay out overnight, that you can at least get a halfway decent night's sleep, depending on how you use the elements of this kit. Later on,